Hot squile beaters, good day, good day. Cherie Baker here. We're going to expand on the Brickstitch today. Many of you are familiar with the bugle bead and Brickstitch beaded earrings embellished with the dentalium shells. Today we're going to move on with the Brickstitch, and we're going to do some Brickstitch beaded hoops. We have an example here on your left with Brickstitch in the middle of the hoop, and then on your right we have the Brickstitch on the outside of the hoop. I have here our hoop. And to start off, you would put your first bead on, pull it down, and come back on the other side of the hoop with your thread. Go through the bottom of the bead and pull the thread up, and you can see the thread is on both sides. It wraps right around the hoop, and you pull it tight like that. You continue on, and you do that until you get most of the way around the hoop. Today I'm beading with 3 different colors. Right now I'm working with the matte cantaloupe. This is a Miyuki Delica bead. I love these beads because they are all very uniform. The holes are all the same size. You don't get any surprises with these beads. So this first row is going to be completely the matte cantaloupe. I'm using a size 10 needle. And these beads are actually a size 11. Usually you would use a size 11 needle, but because these holes are all uniform, I can get away with using a bigger needle. So once you get to the end, you can anchor it one more time if you like. You want to go through the hoop, go through the middle, and go back up through the same bead, and that will give it one more good anchor on the end. Then you're going to move on to your next bead. This is where the Brickstitch starts. So we're going to pick up our secondary color, which is matte light brown. I'm going to pick up one bead, and I'm going to go through these threads that connect the beads from the very top of the seed bead. There's one there, there's one there. You can see the threads all the way along. So I'm going to go through the top of the thread. I'm going to pull it all the way through. And I'm going to go up through the bottom of the bead. I'm going to pick up another light brown matte. When you insert your needle through the hole, I call that the top of the bead. I call it the top of the bead because once you put it through the thread, it becomes the top of the bead. Right there. So we continue all the way along. Picking up a bead, going through the top thread, pulling it all the way through, and going back up through the bottom. When we go all the way across, we get all the way to the end. We finish up with our last few beads. This is where your design is gonna get smaller and smaller, shorter and shorter with each row. Picking up a bead, going through the top thread, pulling it all the way through, and going back up through the bottom of the bead. This is going to be my last bead for this second row. Going up through the bottom. Now I'm going to add the third row in my third color. This color is color lined crystal luster. It's kind of hard to see the different color there, but you can see it right here. And this is just going to go all the way across, just like the first two rows. Alright, so here we have our third row finished with the coral lined crystal luster. And here you want to decide if you are happy with that, and if you want to add any embellishment. This earring just has a solid color border, and this earring has a bit of embellishment with the clear beads. I chose to go with something similar to that to finish off my earring. I added another row of the coral, and then I added a matte gold. So I'll just need to finish up the other earring and then I'll be done. I hope you enjoyed today's session, and we'll see you next time. Hoi mafaf, wachokyo.